riffing on each other here.
Welcome to another political cadence for 9/6/25. Over the last 2 weeks, a lot has happened. We had like a dead spot right in the middle of it, where our villainous
glorious
antagonist
leader, the
exited the stage
Mango
left for a while.
Dead spot.
Yes. Mango Mussolini.
Yeah,
I love that
we
one.
kind of all relaxed and enjoyed the holiday weekend. That weekend, not worried about too much.
Nope.
But again, even then, there was some
They
turbulence. There was a
resurfaced.
missile strike on a boat that was apparently headed for Trinidad or maybe somewhere else. The MAGA government couldn't really decide on where it was headed, but it seemed pretty confident that they were Venezuelan drug runners. And they blew it out of the water and killed 11 people with a missile.
Full of drugs. So many drugs on that boat.
Yeah, right. So that's the type of shit that could have been a huge controversy, don't you think? I mean, that that could
have been a prelude to war.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? There, that might have been, but in MAGA world, that's just holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
Rubio said they were headed to Trinidad. If so, how is that our business?
Right. It's not clear at all that it was headed to or from the continental United States.
Right.
So what the fuck? So that's something that maybe will go on the back burner and somebody have to pay for.
Stick that one over in the column under Iran supporting the bombing with Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right. There's a number of things just going right on the ledger. But Will, it's good to have you back, and good to see you again.
Pleasure to be here.
I know you're excited about the Ohio State game.
Absolutely. OH.
Big roll up. Was it Appalachian State? Who was it?
No, Grambling State.
Oh, Grambling. Okay. They're a little better.
Yeah. The most they could muster was like 136 total yards.
Wow.
Ohio State had over 600.
And Jim Jordan knew all about Dr. Strauss.
Right. Right. Jim Jordan. But hopefully, who is the coach? I don't even know who the coach is with OSU anymore. My last remember was Tressel.
It's Ryan Day.
Ryan Day? Okay.
Yep. As a matter of fact, he's the third winningest coach in Ohio State history.
Wow. Happened fast, I guess.
Great.
But I got some topics here. I thought maybe we'd go down the line. I do have some videos that I'll either insert if it seems appropriate or not, But I think the economy.
No inappropriate insertion, please.
Well, if it is, I'll only insert it appropriately.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I won't surprise you.
I'm okay with whatever you want to insert, honey.
Okay. All right. But okay, so we start. I think the economy is a thing that's really kind of creeping. It's creeping up on us now. I mean, price of coffee is like 100% higher than it was 3 months ago.
It's the first thing I noticed.
Or even 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. You look
as a software developer, that's the first thing I noticed.
What was that, Aaron?
Coffee. I said, as a software developer, that's the first thing I noticed. The price of coffee nearly doubled.
Yeah.
Well, between that and beef.
Right.
Yeah.
As a vegan, I'm affected less by the beef. But as a software developer, I'm affected greatly by the coffee.
Yeah.
Well,
coffee for new eggs.
Yep. Price of eggs.
Yeah.
I thought eggs were coming back down. Are they up again? And that was,
they're coming back down, but now coffee's taking over. Coffee's taking the place of eggs now.
Yeah.
Coffee's the new eggs.
Well, energy is what's supposedly going up at twice the price of twice the rate of
and
inflation.
It's like, why? I don't understand why.
Well, Aaron sent a good article about that.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us about it, Aaron?
Well, I don't know, why it's going up double like that, but cutting all of the wind and EV credits and everything that's going to help energy wise doesn't seem constructive here.
Right.
No.
Well, here's what the article said. The article said that a lot of it is the overhead, the infrastructure that it takes to implement AI and managing energy resources. And so, you got Trump. It's like, oh,
Jesus.
I'm the AI. AI is wonderful. I love AI. And, we're going to be the chip manufacturer.
He also says blame AI, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's gone back and forth, of course, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was interesting that they were all over technology. They're like bleeding edge of technology, apparently, but that's driving up the cost of electricity, especially according to that article.
Yeah,
But
the AI, the farms the farms that they're building for the LLM translations and reading and everything, that's supposedly sucking up a lot of the energy. But how would that affect everybody else? Shouldn't they be paying for that?
Because the fact that it's on the same grid,
it's just sucking up the spectrum of energy that we've got.
Yep. And of course, the residential customers are going to end up on the hook for it. Because heaven forbid if Microsoft or Intel or any other corporation actually does anything in actually paying their share of the bill.
Yeah. Tesla's gigawatt factories or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, and as we're getting okay, so as Trump rolled out these tariffs, his what he boldly predicted was that this is going to drive U.S. companies that have factories in China and other places in the world. They're going to bring them back to the United States. And that's going to invigorate the economy. And it was a very Pollyanna view of things, because what we're finding out is that there was a report in July from a study by the U.S.-China Business Council that showed that 2/3 of companies are not responding that way. They're they're on a holding pattern. They're not really mobilizing to move back to the United States, largely because of the uncertainty of the maniac in charge
included.
But
well, that's because with him trying to bring jobs back to the U.S., he's only succeeded in the reverse. You've got more U.S. companies leaving in droves because of him.
Yeah.
Because
not to mention directly laying off government employees.
Right.
Yeah.
By the thousands.
Take a look. Take a look at Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
They just laid off, 4,000 people for AI?
Yeah. And didn't the CEO just say, I can...
Yeah, and my thing is, you've always got these corporations. Oh, we're a family. We're a family. Yeah? Which family? Manson's, Donner's, or Swanee Bean?
Yeah.
The Costa Nostra.
Right. Yeah. The Corleones were family too.
There were 5 families.
Yeah. And on top of all this other, the consumer crisis that we're going through is the job market is plummeting. It's in a free fall. I mean, he's already fired the director of the Bureau of Labor Statistics in a very dramatic, distracted way.
He's definitely contributing to that.
And
then the next month was very disappointing.
Very disappointing. They projected 75,000 new jobs, and there was 22,000.
Yep.
There.
Even Fox News found it alarming.
Well, the thing is, you take a look between California and Ohio, the unemployment rate in California right now is 5.5, whereas in Ohio it's 5.2.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
When you think about how hard it was back in the pandemic, I know a lot of people lost their jobs because companies sent them home and they found out they were either unproductive or they found out they couldn't afford to, they really had to cut workforce. That's the last time when there were more people that were unemployed than there were jobs. So if you look at our condition right now, we're in the same spot we were during the pandemic.
Actually we're higher. Actually, we're higher in unemployment rates than
We might have bear.
we were
Oh no, it's a squirrel.
during the pandemic, especially California.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 5.5% unemployment. That's pretty phenomenal,
Right?
compared to where we were 2 years ago.
And that's a crisis. And it's like it didn't have to happen.
It didn't.
It's somebody's
created
crazy idea of economics that's fucking. They're leaning us down a path of stupidity. It's like,
it was manufactured basically, and right now we're basically where unemployment is nationwide. This is during we're the highest that we've been since the 2008 recession.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's interesting. I mean,
well, it's the unstableness.
Well, not only
opinion, is a major contributing factor.
Well, not only that, but you got to factor in tariffs because of materials. You got to factor in AI because a lot of these companies and corporations are now figuring out, hey, why hire physical people when we can have AI do their job for them and we don't have to pay them squat.
And somebody actually said that. Somebody in the government who's all Mr. Trump actually said that. And
no, actually, it was the CEO of Salesforce, Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over 4,000 jobs eliminated because of AI.
Yeah. Well, we have podcast friends. We had a podcast friend on recently who said that he voted for Trump and still somewhat supported Trump, but he feels somewhat betrayed because his food stamps are been cut in half already. So in conjunction with not being able to have a job, now your benefits are getting taken away from you. So people are starting.
Yeah, and he's got 3 kids, including an infant. So
people are starting to feel it.
The SNAP benefits are going away too.
Irresponsible for him to have voted for Trump, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
Right, but I didn't feel like piling on.
In my opinion, yeah. That's
now
no his baby.
Yeah.
Well, my question becomes now: how's it feel owning the libtards?
Yeah. Well, maybe we can move in with them when we're homeless. Nope, they'll not have a home either. But all right, so let's move on to the next one: occupation of American cities. So the federal court decided the use of the National Guard in DC. Was it DC or California?
Yeah, both. But
it was LA
recently.
LA, okay.
Yeah, it was LA.
Was illegal. So that's still pending, right? I mean, that's still that's still in effect.
Well, the Trump administration they filed
an appeal to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, an appeal. Yeah, they appealed.
So it's a vicarious situation. These things, I've read an article where federal court judges are feeling betrayed and completely undermined by the Supreme Court because everything that they rule on is completely abolished or superseded by these,
which is why Trump keeps appealing to bring it to the Supreme Court because he knows he owns them.
Absolutely.
So I did. His next target is supposed to be Chicago. And
actually, we've got a new target now.
What's that?
Portland, Oregon.
Because
he wants to squash a resistance.
That's a blue state or blue city.
No,
but
it's as liberal as you can get, man.
Yeah, I mean, is it crime riddled? Portland, Oregon? To me, it seems like they're all kind of laid back, and I don't know. I watch Portlandia a lot.
I think there's a lot of homeless there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is here, people, we're starting to see the beginnings of something that I called a while ago, which is the beginning of martial law.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, I think that if he goes to
That's
Chicago,
what he's trying for.
Chicago might be the biggest test because I think he'll have a fight on his hands from that city. So,
do you think he's taking his brain away from Chicago and move to Portland?
Well, keep in mind, he's also threatened to go into New York.
Right. Let's hear what Pritzker had to say about that.
First, I want to address the president's unhinged remarks a few minutes ago, begging me to call him. No, I will not call the president, asking him to send troops to Chicago. I've made that clear already. On Saturday, the head of the Illinois State Police received a phone call from CBP's chief patrol agent, Gregory Bovino, indicating that ICE would be deploying to Chicago. It's the first outreach we have received from the Trump administration on this topic. Bovino was short on details and long on rhetoric. None of this is about fighting crime or making Chicago safer. None of it. For Trump, it's about...
Yeah, so I think that city, that's a tough city. They might find some resistance in that city, I think. So
and I like the things that he's already, I like the things that he's already done, making it illegal for the police to assist the National Guard.
Pritzker?
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, these whatever goes on, they've already made the ruling. The federal court made the ruling for LA. I don't know how it's going to play out in Chicago, but I'm really interested to find out because I think that is going to be a battleground. I really do.
Yeah.
But LA was as well. I think there was more activity going on there maybe than was covered by the mainstream media. That I don't know in LA, but anyway, that's
activity. What on behalf of whom?
Well, it's just I don't know. What do you think, Aaron? Having been there, or being there?
I'm an hour from there now, hour and a half. But
yeah.
Was there? I guess
now,
you didn't hear a lot of
Nothing
violence
going on there. No, there were like 3 little spots where there was anything. There was the one thing where the motorcycles were going around in circles in the intersection and disrupting traffic.
Yeah.
And there were like 2 other spots, but they're acting like the city's on fire.
Right.
Which when it was, they could have cared less.
But that wasn't what he cared about.
They say sweep the forest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's going to
rake the forest.
I think you're right, Will. I think that's the litmus test for this country is if he continues to roll out the National Guard. I mean, what if we had an actual foreign threat against our country and we got our National Guard and Marines deployed all over the fucking country like that? That's so stupid.
Yeah. Raking leaves in DC.
Yeah. I love to see the veterans that have resisted. World War II, not World War II so much. They're gone. But if they were here, I bet there'd be plenty of them. But I mean, you got Vietnam vets and
Korean War.
And,
Stephen Miller, what was he calling them? Old hippies.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah, old hippies.
Whatever. And I've seen some people that are still in uniform on Reels saying, no. We are not for Trump.
Yeah. The tyranny.
No, I want to remind our.
Are they allowed to say that when they're in uniform?
I want to remind our armed forces that it is not illegal to resist, to say no.
Right. If you get an illegal order.
I mean, not too long ago, General Milley had a news conference where he said the bottom line is our job is to follow the Constitution, not the president.
Right.
Yeah, back
and unlike most other federally supported troops, if you will, FBI, CIA, etc., ICE has been asked to swear to Trump, not the Constitution.
Yep.
Right. Kind of like the SS. Which
in case you weren't aware of that, look it up. It's provable. It's a fact.
I want to call it tyranny. There's like a tyranny creep that's happening. And I don't know if people don't recognize it. They don't care. I'm talking about people in MAGA primarily. When I think about high school growing up, we learned about World War II, and we learned about the Holocaust, and we learned about the dividing up Europe again, the redivision of Europe and everything, the realignment of Europe. But I still don't. I went down the dark. Aaron knows this. I went down the dark path of reading a lot about National Socialism when I was a younger man, and it's dark, and it actually it can appeal to your darker sensibilities sometimes. But you do learn to recognize things that are not taught to you. And I wonder if people realize these things that are happening. For instance, these school shootings. They're taking these schools or mass shootings, I should say, because the most recent one in Minnesota was a church, right?
Right.
And they're trying to target transgender people as if there is an actual correlation between being transgender and these acts of violence that are being perpetrated. And
well, with the case in Minnesota, keep in mind the correlation is that the shooter was actually a Trump intern.
Okay. But they're trying to villainize transgender people when the statistics show that only 0.11% of all mass shootings over the last.
So that's less than a full point?
Yeah. Under 1%. 0.11% over the last 30 years has been a transgender transgression. I mean, it's totally ridiculous. And what they're using this for is they're trying to persecute their political enemies. And there's a bill being tossed about right now to make it that if you're transgender in America, you will not have the Second Amendment. You will not be able to own a gun. So they're
taking the Second Amendment away from people they don't approve of.
Citizens.
And if they get away with it with one,
they're taking it
away.
They're
going to do it with others.
They're going to take it away from people that have no criminal record, but are just transgender, and they're going to take their guns. Okay, so that's the start, right? So you're talking about taking away not transgender rights because they're going to start, to target their next. The next person, the next group on
what
their
do you think
list.
That'll be?
I mean, it could be
any number of people.
Hispanic Americans, African Americans, Democrats. One by one, but one by one, they're taking guns out of people. And
but the thing is that they're starting in a place that doesn't even make sense.
That's the first thing that Hitler. Wanted to do.
But here's the kicker. Look how many decades we've been spoon-fed. The liberals are coming for your guns.
Right.
No, we're not. They're not. None of them came for the gun. Not a single one.
Yeah, Aaron. Rid of all the guns.
Oh, you can. Oh, yeah, I know you're anti-gun, and we don't. I hope the criminal isn't listening. We don't own a gun either, but
right.
Well, here's the other thing too. I saw a video today that just disgusted me, to where Trump was talking about children of color, how they're natural born killers, they're naturally bred murderers and stuff. And
no, that's me.
I saw,
and I am not of color.
When I saw that, I was just absolutely disgusted.
When's that from?
It was, I can't remember the source, but Trump actually let it come out of his mouth during one of his rallies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, his actions support that. He's always talking about DEI hiring.
It was the mayor of Maryland that actually went in front of the media and told children of color, hey, I got your back. I'm going to make sure that you have what you need to succeed, not only in society, but in life.
Yeah.
So I did look up the ICE oath. It is, I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter, so help me God.
And when's that from?
They must not have gotten to that yet.
It's from May 14th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get to it.
And directly to Trump, but they do report directly to Kristi Noem, who is intensely loyal to Trump.
Right.
Right.
Trump's puppet.
But I just feel like this tyranny creep is happening, and I feel like, I don't know, either people don't recognize it. I mean, do people not recognize it, or do they not care, or do they support it?
Well,
You know?
if you're referring to MAGA, they support it hands down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know people like a member of our family started talking about how they took the bait. No, the transgender people, it's a transgender issue. You know, it's like, ooh, what the hell?
It's not.
You know, it's not. It's
not.
It's
not. And
Yeah,
people really need to learn to not drink the Kool-Aid.
Isn't your niece or nephew transgender too?
Yeah.
Yes and no. She's back to female for now.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, we don't want to talk.
But we're not
we really
that
don't
close.
want to.
We don't want to bring that into it that
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
But we do support. We do
Right.
support.
Because I've got transgender family
No matter
members
what
as
she
well.
does. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a really. I just feel like anytime you see a point where you're seeing totalitarian, fascist things that are materializing, I think we need to point it out. I think that's a big one right there. And the NRA is pissed about it, and they are responding. They're turning on Trump about it, but it's happening. All right, so I think the one thing that everybody expected after Trump disappeared and he came back from no man's land or wherever the hell he was for they're probably putting him back together. Is he the same height, by the way, as he was before he disappeared? I'm just wondering. It's the same height. He's got the same shoe size.
He's got the hand bruise and the makeup on his hand.
Okay, so
he's
had an
IV.
Yeah. I had one the other day.
I had dialysis, honestly.
Yeah. Well, his ankles are like hanging over his shoes. I mean, he looks like the Michelin, a big gob of goo, But I think everybody thought when Congress reconvened on September 3rd, I think that everybody thought, okay, this is where the shit's going to hit the fan, because they when you
come to our school, basically give you a real quick introduction course.
They sent these Johnson dismissed Congress in the hopes that people would forget about the Epstein files. And they had all this time to get it together. They were going to have a press conference at the Capitol with all the victims that they could, they were willing to come out and talk about Epstein and implore the president to release the files without, by the way, not a single one of them implicated him when they spoke, as far as being involved with it. They just were trying to get him to commit to the promise he made. And probably the only reason he got elected was the promise that he would release these files. And, of course, Trump, he's put up a smoke.
I don't think that's the only reason he got elected.
No.
I think racism is the reason he got elected.
Not to mention staying out of jail.
But it was very prominent.
That's the reason he ran. Yeah.
I mean, every bro podcast, they were convinced Bill Clinton and, Bill Moyers and whoever else.
Bill Clinton's on the list too. I could care less.
Yeah. I don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody cares who's on the list. They just want the list and they want accountability.
Right. Yeah. Just so you know, if every libtard in Congress is on the list, so be it.
Well, at this point,
that's on them.
If he's not on the list, the cover-up is every bit as bad
Democrats,
as being on the list.
I don't care.
That's the thing, Phil, and that's a good point, is the fact that before he was notified by Pam Bondi that he was on the list, he was all hellfire sure going to release the files. in which people, even on the especially on the Democratic side, they're like, hey, you know what? Release it, please. Let us see.
Yeah.
But the moment he was informed that he definitely was on that damn list, that's when he
not know he was.
That's where he started. Oh, it was a hoax by the Democrats. There's no list. There's this. There's that.
Yeah.
And people are asking, why didn't the Democrats release it? The reason why was the courts. There was a what's it called, where you can't release something for a certain amount of time. Yes, an injunction. There was an injunction on that.
Well, he threw up all these smoke screens and he called it a hoax, and he's acting like a fucking baby. And he actually invoked a fucking flyover during his press conference to interfere with it, and a show of authority to try to intimidate these women. It was one of the most disgraceful displays I've ever seen. And I made a video of that. We got to show that. So,
of Justice telling me that this was going to happen when it had already happened. This woman abused children. I was abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell for over 10 years. Ghislaine Maxwell was present for some of my abuse at the hand of Jeffrey Epstein. She was present, she was complicit, she was enabling, and it is appalling and disgusting. And it's one of my worst nightmares that she not only be transferred, but at the possibility that's very much going around that she might be pardoned. This is not okay, guys.
that is a disgrace. I mean,
yeah, not to mention, it's a fact that the White House is a no-fly zone without special permissions.
he had some Mickey Mouse excuse, like some fucking third world country dictator was there to visit or something. But I mean, it was obvious what he was doing. They talked about it the night before it happened, and those women knew it was going to happen. That's the reason they were able to navigate.
And one woman stopped and pointed.
Right.
The one that was talking, right?
Yeah.
They were not intimidated by that shit. I mean, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. And that's
basically what that was Trump. I gotta show my tiny balls. I gotta show it.
Right.
And when Kizzy says I need to stop imitating him because I do it too well.
Well, we need an
I don't think so.
imitator, but
I'm okay with it.
But there again, I think Aaron is kind of he has a condition that's allergic to it. Yeah, but
no, actually, I got a kick out of him doing it there.
But so there was another woman, after they did the press conference, they did a little press tour, and there was a woman that went on, I think it was CNN. Her name was Jaleesa Jones, and she talked about she was a Trumper. She might not have been a Trumper. Okay, she's in the middle of this situation, but she voted for him because he promised to release the files and to protect her and her fellow complainants. That was one of his campaign promises.
Yep.
And she's asking him to
do what he said.
He's going to do. And then there was another one. Let's see, I don't know, I have her name here. Well, anyway, this woman went on another one of the her name is Marike Chartouni, and she went on CNN to ask, do we look like hoaxes? So these are the women that are actually affected by this. And for him to just flout his power and fucking fly, abuse the military, a desecration of his fucking, how much money does it cost to even get one of those planes off the ground? To do that is an outrage. Any American should be fucking pissed off about it. It
costs millions.
Yeah.
And why isn't there a constant, since he's got all these special visitors, why isn't that happening every time?
I mean, I don't know. Nobody has said nobody. You know, these women. One woman said she was scared. She didn't want to talk about it more because she was scared. Maybe she had something she wanted to say about the president, but she abstained. She said, "I was scared. I should not say anymore." She stepped back. But whether he's implicated in it or not, he's implicating himself right now with his fucking behavior on this.
Yeah,
and saying that anybody in Congress that asks for the release is committing a hostile act, or release of the files is committing.
Oh yeah. He's threatening, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that he's been.
Does that bring us to Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Do what?
You mean perjury trailer queen?
Yeah, but she's in favor of releasing the list. She's crossing Trump on this.
She's standing with the. And to her credit, she's doing that. You know, she's got all kinds of problems
so far. Yeah,
well, you got a lot of Republicans crossing the line with Trump that want it released and unredacted.
Yeah,
one of them is Massey.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and another one
the bill, right?
Yeah, and then you've got McConnell, you've got Rand Paul. Both from Kentucky.
That covers Kentucky pretty well.
Yeah, and they both want an unredacted release of the Epstein files.
Well, I think they need 2 more Republican votes in order to bring it to votes. So they got 2 more signees. 2 more Republicans have to sign the bill, I guess, in order to get a vote. And so they get, I don't know, I think I heard it's like open-ended. They have as much time as they need in order to do that, but who knows?
Yeah, but the problem is you may have members of the Senate that's on board, but when it comes down to it, it still comes down to the House.
Yeah.
Where's Ohio weighing on that?
Yeah, probably. It's
probably on Trump's side.
It's pretty red here.
Yeah.
We got a blue dot here or there, but not too many. All right, so I think we need to get.
But what I was going to say was, basically, when it comes down to it, Congress can be on board all they want to, but at the end of the day, it still boils down to the House. And you've got too many Trump loyalists in the House that are going to do their damnedest to shoot the bill down.
Right. Well, I think the biggest clown, at least, the one that's in the center of the ring for the last week has been RFK.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God, I can't hear him speak ever again.
You can't hear him speak ever again. Why not? Why
Stop
ever not?
Gross. He's just disgusting.
The bottom line is, I'm out for the American people.
What's disgusting about cutting the head off a whale and putting it on the roof of my car? Driving through the Adirondacks.
Yeah. Well, he's a piece of work. He has these crazy ideas. He says pregnant women taking Tylenol, that's what's causing the autism crisis. Is Tylenol. I mean, I don't think he has any.
It's not even just his voice, it's what he says.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
No.
Basically, I'm telling
because
the truth.
Every woman, the only pain medicine. Stop it.
Insert Tom Waits song here.
The only pain medicine that doctors will allow pregnant women is Tylenol. I do not need you glomming onto the little brother train there, Will. You're older than me.
Yeah, don't encourage him.
I'd like you being on the cast because finally there's someone older than me, but that's not the point.
Oh no, you're capping on more. It's getting hot in here.
All right.
Luca turns 63.
I don't know whether I've been complimented or insulted.
If Tylenol causes autism, then why doesn't every single child born in America have autism? Because that is the only pain medicine pregnant women are allowed to have.
The thing about RFK, he'll develop an opinion and then he'll try to find ways to support it. He doesn't use a
Right.
scientific method.
No.
He doesn't talk to, he fired 17 members of the Center for Disease
CDC.
Control.
The top 17
Fired them.
scientists.
Top scientists. People that know shit. People
because they don't agree with him.
And he didn't get briefings from anybody in the CDC.
Didn't get briefings.
Any immunologists.
But
Right.
keep in mind, the CDC are a bunch of liars. The AMA is a bunch of liars. Thousands of doctors in America are liars because he knows so damn much, but yet he doesn't have the logic to put two brain cells together.
Between you and Lisa before, I keep getting John Lennon from the Beatles' Let It Be album. Dig it. The FBI and the CIA.
Between
the BBC.
Okay, you said between you and Lisa, like who and Lisa?
Oh,
Me.
Will just
and
rattled off a few acronyms that got that song right back in my head. Apologies, everyone, for the derailment.
No problem.
But keep in mind, he said this on Capitol Hill.
I know.
That these
Right.
This
agencies
week.
and all these doctors were straight up liars.
Yeah.
When Bernie Sanders grilled him.
And he said that the one woman, he asked her if she was trustworthy and that she told him no.
No, yeah. Well, they're like 1,000 employees signed a petition to have him fired. There was the
Employees
walkout
of what? Who?
of the
The CDC.
CDC.
Oh, because you've got HHS right there.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
they're Health and Human Services.
Health and Human
One's an
Oh,
umbrella
okay.
of the other.
And
Okay.
also, so the whole hearing was called because of all of the outrage over RFK's shit show. So here's a clip from the hearing with some of the. It doesn't have Cassidy stuff, but it has a lot of good stuff.
Most Americans are going to be able to get it from their pharmacy for free. Most Americans will be able to get it from their pharmacy for free.
The question is, everyone who wants it, that was your promise.
No, I didn't. No, I never promised that I was going to recommend products for which there is no indication.
When you said,
and I know you've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical companies, Senator.
Did you hold up a big sign saying that you were lying when you said that? Because you are the one who said you would not take them away.
There's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors. And everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so. And I think the issue now...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I think you do know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe President Trump should have asked you, are you a trustworthy person? And we should have waited for an answer then. Let's move on.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You're talking gibberish.
Mr. Secretary, let me speak slowly and clearly so that you can understand me through my New Mexico accent.
And then give me a chance.
Look, it looks like, okay, Will dropped off a little bit there, but it's a little sampling of the shit show that was going. Yeah, Bernie was going.
I love Bernie so much.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was about.
Yeah, it looked like you dropped off there for a second, Will. That happens.
You know what? My internet's been spotty in this bedroom for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you see the video at all, or did you?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, so Senator Cassidy, who's a fellow Republican, got hold of him too, and that was a good clip. But Aaron sent that on the thread. He was questioning, and this was a good question because they were both in agreement apparently that Trump deserves the Pulitzer Prize for
the Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed, right?
Yes, the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize.
What's Operation Warp Speed?
That's where they've
getting the vaccine out.
Rushed to get the vaccine out.
But now they're saying you don't need it.
Exactly. So that's where Phil's getting at.
Right. Yeah. They don't need it. You don't need it. It's not been vetted completely. It's not scientifically. It's not ready to be. But Trump is, taking the victory. He's getting the shit out there. Complete opposition to what? Complete contradictory to COVID.
He keeps contradicting himself.
In RFK's position, MAGA's position on the COVID vaccine was that it's bullshit. It's going to kill you. It'll kill more people than it will say COVID itself.
Or injecting yourself with bleach.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he's right at the forefront of anti-vax, and that was basically the thrust of the second part of his question, right? He's
right.
Said, well, how can you support him for the Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed and be anti-vax at the same time?
Right. Yeah. So you got Republicans and Democrats that are calling him out. He's so incompetent. He's so bad. I mean, he's never, like you noted, Aaron. He didn't have any of these. He didn't meet with any of his scientists to get consultations on anything. He consulted someone named
like Dr. Richard Thomas or something like that.
Yeah,
and he wasn't even in immunology.
Right. He was in a different. He was part of the bureau, but he wasn't in that group.
And aren't his main people that he supports not even doctors?
Pretty much.
RFK?
Yeah. The people that he cited initially. They weren't even, or was that Trump that was citing them? Then it turns out they weren't doctors. It was a father and son thing.
I don't know enough specifics of what you're talking
I'll have to look into that.
Well,
okay.
My there's still so much on the table. There's just so much, even with the 4 days, the 4-day vacation he gave the country. There's still so much that takes place in these 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. But I did put together a Elite 8. I don't think it's my strongest ones, but you guys want to go ahead and do that?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, Rob was kind enough to make us a new video for that, so I'm going to go ahead and
cool.
Play
Break up the fan.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Right.
There we go.
Fortnite.
Fuck ups of the fortnight. Here comes the cavalry, All right. So, like I said, I don't think these are the strongest ones that I went through the entire thread. And it's not that they were being good, it's just that they were intentionally bad. Yeah. So it was difficult to pick out the fuck ups, but I think I found some. First of all, the most glaring one to me, well, I shouldn't say that, it's tipping my hand, but Trump's military flyover versus RFK's CDC staff firings, which I think was kind of a catalyst for the mess he's made for himself. But
yeah, well, the firings weren't in the fortnight.
Okay,
but the
walkout was.
That's true. The walkout was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the flyover because it was just a dick pussy move.
Okay.
Choose your organ.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you will.
I'd have to go with the CDC firings.
Okay.
Because that's more critical to
health.
To health in general, I mean, you got the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, which is one of the major organizations next to the WHO. And when you put the CDC in turmoil, that's a problem.
Yeah. I got it. I can see that. What do you think, Lise?
I'm going to have to go with the CDC too on this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, I think the flyover is important. Okay. But the CDC is going to be more long term, in my opinion. Okay.
And we just lost Aaron.
Yeah.
I think
he'll be back. Yeah, I kind of have to go with the CDC. I mean, between the attacks on the EPA and now the attacks on the CDC, they are actively going to affect American health. I mean, the EPA alone, regulations that have dropped from the EPA because of these rulings. Your meat isn't safe, your water isn't safe. People, start testing your shit.
Mm-hmm. You know, the air isn't safe.
And buy some water, a water filter if you're in city water, because they are no longer expected to worry about that.
Okay, well, we got to tie then, because I have to agree with Aaron.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with everything you and Will said about the gravity of the CDC situation. That is totally.
I just feel like it happened in like March or something.
Yeah, but the walkouts impounded.
Yeah,
it's
but
just not coming home to roost, though.
Not to mention the resignations.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that the flyover was so insensitive, and it was taking a vulnerable group of people, and it was so Trump.
Yeah.
It was so.
If there's a dick move to the Fortnite, that's definitely it.
Yeah. So I'm going for it on that.
Okay. Will, Aaron, do you guys want to do the tiebreaker?
Yeah, I'm gonna do paper every time.
Okay. Okay. Now you know.
Okay, Will.
1, 2, 3.
I can't see you, Will. What do you got?
Can't see Will's hand. All right, Will wins.
All right, so it's the CDC. We'll call it CDC walkout. To me, it's all the same.
Yeah. Walkout and resignation.
CIA.
All right, so now
CDC. HHS. Dig it.
It's like I can hear John Lennon right now. It's like,
yeah. I'm pretty sure he was doing RFK singing John Lennon, but it's not just their singing voice, Aaron.
And the CDC.
He's just disgusting.
AI infrastructure driving the cost of energy. Trump versus RFK theories on antidepressants and mass shootings.
What was Trump's?
A good one.
What was Trump's again?
Basically, the energy costs going up due to AI versus RFK's theories on antidepressants and mass shootings.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I did better than I thought.
AI energy cost versus
we're gonna split the baby here.
I'll go first, and I'll give you my reason. I'm going to go with the AI because it has, for me, who has not been touched personally by a mass shooting. I think that I feel like the AI infrastructure driving up cost is possibly more long reaching.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you,
I
Will?
get that mass shootings are horrible. I do.
No,
I think that antidepressants would probably prevent more mass shootings than they would cause.
Thank you, because mental health care is not available like it should be in the United States. It's ridiculous.
So what do we got here? 1 and 1?
Aaron, did you vote or are you?
I didn't vote yet. No, I was just
okay.
We're at 54-minute mark here.
Okay. Calm down.
Pick on RFK hard this week. I'm going to go RFK.
Okay.
RFK. Okay.
With me, I got to go with as much as the whole antidepressant and mass shooting thing. It's absolute bullshit. I'd have to go. I got to go with the AI because of the fact that it's such a strain on the power grids. It's driving up the cost of power nationwide. And
it's snake oil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it could bite us in the end.
Well, you figure, everyone's always harping on how much California is relying on foreign oil. But take a look at the red states that are also taking in foreign oil. And
A lot of them.
And the main one that comes to mind is Florida.
If he's going to invade a state with a National Guard, it needs to start in Florida.
All right, so we've only picked one so
Actually,
far.
it needs to start in Alabama. Or
So
no,
I
Louisiana.
think it's tied up.
We have 4
Are
minutes and
you
25 seconds.
RFK?
Right.
I'm
Or are you AI on that one?
I'm gonna go hard on RFK too.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paper.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
RFK.
Okay, RFK. Okay.
I'm paper
RFK.
every time, so if I'm ever in it, I'm
Will and I
paper.
were AI, and you and Aaron were, you know.
Okay.
And I forgot what we were doing and just put my hand out, so
All right,
I
here we
had
go.
to lose.
Tariffs not driving business back to the U.S. as Trump promised versus Steve Witkoff mispronouncing Nobel Prize.
I'm gonna.
I got to go with number one.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely the tariffs, but
Yeah.
It's the
Nobel
tariffs.
Prize that was funny.
Yeah.
Why do you call it
The
Nobel,
Nobel
Prize?
Prize.
Everybody knows what's a fucking Nobel Prize. Just pronounce it right.
It's
Or
just
you know,
so
Yeah.
funny.
this is stupid.
That was at the cabinet meeting, right? Or
Yeah.
was it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lise.
Maybe he was doing a funny. Oh, I already said tariffs.
Tariffs. Okay. That's gonna be a sweep.
It's a sweep.
Yeah. You
It's
want
one
to
of
pull out
those
the broom or?
sideways
No, no.
sliders that they throw these days.
Finally, RFK claiming to diagnose kids on site. He claims he can see a kid and decide whether or not he's
Something mitochondrial going on in his face.
versus lying about exchange with Governor Westmoreland that he called Trump the greatest president of all time. Apparently, Trump met Moreland at a football game, and Trump went back to the podium and said, "Moreland called me the greatest president. He loves me."
Westmoreland?
Yeah. And Moreland's like, "Bullshit! I did not say that."
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna
He's just
I'm gonna
flat out
start.
lying.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, RFK.
claiming to diagnose kids on site. That's batshit
Right, because
crazy.
we're used to we already knew that.
Yeah.
But we're used to Trump lying.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a
thing.
typical move.
I'm gonna have to go with RFK saying he can diagnose kids on site. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with Dr. Brainworm on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, let's have an all RFK final. No.
Yeah.
It's his fortnight. Trump even took a quarter of it off.
All right, here we go. Round 2. CDC walkout versus RFK mass shootings. His antidepressant theory.
CDC
Yeah.
walkout.
Yeah, CDC walkout.
Yeah, okay. CDC walkout. So it's not going to be an all RFK final, but the
Economic impact of tariffs versus RFK threatening children with his eyesight.
Diagnosing kids. Yeah.
Threatening children with his eyesight.
Tariffs.
Laser eyes.
Yeah, tariffs.
Tariffs. Okay.
Not even a single RFK in the final.
All right, here's the final. CDC
versus tariffs.
That's because he's just so fucking
Tariffs.
silly goose.
Tariffs.
Tariffs.
I got to agree right now.
All right, tariffs it is.
Yeah, tariffs over CDC walkout. Is that what the other one was? Yeah, tariffs.
It's been another great episode. Philip has to hit the button now.
Yeah, we got 50 seconds we can kill.
Oh
no, we got an end to play too. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Thank You Antisocial Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you, listeners.